the intention or the idea of doing paintings that people see all sorts of different faces or different ideas or different images and different thoughts come out of it. Never know what they are. And when I was doing this, there was the next development was almost was a combination of doing the speed painting or the quick paintings and also doing something that was recognizable. Now, I have tried to do that in, if you have an idea of, say, I don't know, doing a teapot, and then, so you're going to do it in a painterly fashion, and you're going to do it perhaps like the early expressionists, a combination of expressionism and what's the other one? Yeah, I've forgotten the movement. Van Gogh-esque, that'll do. Impressionists. That's the Impressionists. Sorry. I've tried, and it's funny because if you have a really quite a strong impression in your head to do something, so you end up designing it, which works. However, you don't get the spontaneity because you are trying to create something that's already done. So you've replanned, you've kind of seen it in your head. Whereas when you're doing this kind of work, everything is done from the non-thinking consciousness. And I started, this is over, how many, 1,100 paintings or something. And I knew it would take a while to do something. I wasn't quite sure. There are lulls when I'm not really sure whether I should be carrying on or stopping. And you then get a comment from somebody that will say, oh yeah, well, I really enjoy what you do. Thank you very much for doing it for the year. And so, well, I'll just carry on. And not too sure, what colour am I going to do with this? So now I haven't got, although the last 3 or 4 paintings, I seem to have had some kind of form in the painting when it comes out. And of course, talking about it now will change that all together because I'm talking about it. However, I did talk about yesterday, but I think the audio didn't work correctly, is that if you have a goal from A to B, but you don't know, and I've talked about this before and thought about it, you don't know you've got to go through all sorts of things before you get to B, all the alphabet all the way around to go back. So you might have to learn, if you want to go from being a secretary or a PA to a rugby player, you might have to learn how to cross a bridge by making a boat or doing something to get over a pond to do something to get somewhere. Well, when you're making the bridge, you have no idea how you're going to end up being the rugby player. That is a little like this is, and that intention of combining both a sort of vignette idea, what's going on, and the speed painting and doing it in an abstract form, but then having some kind of control. I'm not sure it's a control, but you have some influence. I think it's just influence rather than control. Influence is different. Control is very tight, and influence is more of a gentle, a wave. So we have 3 colours, and you have to continue doing it. And maybe it's just not. So I'll do it in a different. I'm not doing it a different way. I'll just see what happens. It is fascinating how it is. So maybe that intention of doing that, if the intention is a strong one or it's a correct one, then it will do. Now I'm doing this I have no real thing. It's kind of humbling. That is the power that we have in our non-thinking conscious, which is part of our mind. We choose very often to think of it as separate. I'll leave that with you.